Let me throw on some. I'm gonna start like now. I'm like actively changing my music. I'm gonna start playing slightly more exciting music for gameplay, and then chill music for labbing. So let me switch to something like yeah, this will do. Okay, so I just switched to some Rifty beats. He made all the music in my last video. He's a really good like DJ or producer. So should I start with the Isabelle or Villager game? I'm only gonna probably show two today because these are long games. You're gonna see why. So here is a decent Villager game. This is not decent. This is one of my better Villager games. It is against a swordy, so I gotta play this kind of cautiously. I think I start off the fight generally just by trying to like fill them out and see if I can get a neutral. I'm looking for Lloyd to start combos. I don't get it, but Villager's up close potential isn't amazing. I mean, it isn't broken, but it's still decent enough where sometimes I can just kind of like throw stuff out in his face and bully him. So I can kind of do my high APM style with Villager. Not as effectively as I should be able to, but I can still kind of sometimes fight you. Because remember, he has good boxing tools. Lloyd is just an amazing tool in neutral that you should probably throw out more than I did in the beginning of this fight. It just sets up for so many things. And just like not too many downsides to just casting a lot of Lloyd. It gives you a lot. It's annoying presence in neutral. It forces people to shield. It just in general it's almost like T-Jolt. It's a amazing projectile to have out there. Okay, now we're getting close to edge guarding. I try to go for F smash. His F smash is a bowling ball that drops off the ledge. This is really good for edge guarding. He can set this up against most normal people. That bowling ball kills really early. Pretty self-explanatory. Most people with vertical recoveries are more counter vibe than people with horizontal recoveries, but you can time them both. When you plant tree, you get axe. As you saw there, I think I'm gonna land it once this game. Axe is a really hard hitting disjoint that Villager gets that can kill early or break shield. It can kill early, break shields, and do a lot of other things. His down smash is a berry that I try to hit her with there. Hold on, I gotta reset my camera. My bad. His down smash is a berry that I hit her with there. And generally, during a fight, you just want to keep your distance. What you want to do with villagers, you want to keep your distance. I would say stay on your feet and use all of your utility to like not have to approach in a danger zone. There, I used her own pocketed projectile against her and just comboed out of it. And I got a spike. Villager can spike, by the way, so you don't have to just go for bowling ball. He has multiple ways of edge guarding. If the person you're fighting is adapting to bowling ball, maybe switch to your spike. I almost died there, and this is where I demonstrate his bad disadvantage today. I am able to hit the B reverse pocket to try to keep me alive a bit longer, but right now she's just like exploiting my disadvantage, which isn't amazing. I struggle with getting juggled. He struggles with getting juggled and just generally like big hitboxes coming his way. Because he doesn't have like crazy good mobility to like stop disadvantage like that. But he does have Nair, which kind of helps. Nair and pocket, those help in disadvantage. Here, I'm ahead, so I'm playing it slower. You know, I'm trying not to go for as much risky things. Don't do dash attack on shield as much as I did this game. It's really unsafe. It's something I was doing just because, you know, I was kind of just playing off of instinct. Villager is flexible. You can either play him instinctually or you can play like a really campy one. I'm playing more of an instinctive based Villager who's going for like more pressure and stuff like that. Because that's just kind of how I play the game. Throw out Lloyd rockets whenever you can. Whenever like they're not real close or you just have the chance to throw them out, I just suggest like just getting Lloyd rockets out there. I went for another F smash. She was able to avoid it because I didn't drop the bowling ball in her head. I dropped it like on her wings or hands. Some people can just go through bowling balls, so keep that in mind too. And it only is a vertical cover option. It doesn't cover like horizontal as well. So here, I see she's sitting in a corner, so I'm like, I'm Villager. I don't need to approach this. So I start throwing things. She decides to approach because, you know, I think she realizes I'm Villager too, and this can go very poorly for her if she does it. I'm setting up the Lloyd rockets here, like I said earlier. Don't do as much dash attack as I did, or do it further away. That's a flaw of my Villagers. I do too much dash attack. As I said it, I did another one. Here I was looking for some cheese, not really cheese, but some early kills with the down B. Because when I go back and do like the post-game lab, you'll see his down B is really strong. I think that down smash berry can kill extremely early. It can kill it like 90% on some people. So yeah, that was this villager game. There's a lot to cover with this character, and I'm trying to speed up my videos, so I gotta like gloss over topics or not go in depth as I want to, because he's unique. He has a lot going for him. And here's my Isabelle game. So with Isabelle, you lack the Lloyd Rocket and you lack the tree. You do have fishing rod, which is good, which is situational, and you do have down B, which is like a little hidden Lloyd Rocket or a little proximity mine. That's just better for controlling space, but it's not as neutral. It's not as good for getting your combos started in neutral as the side B or Lloyd Rocket. Here I noticed the Joker's camping me out, so I decide I have to approach him. I tried to set up a little trap of Lloyd Rocket here, but it whiffs. I have my not Lloyd Rocket with side B, but it whiffs. I have my mine on the ground, but he just didn't run into it. I'm just gonna call it landmine so you guys don't get confused, and I don't get confused either. But yeah, landmine's right there. You see, I'm like kind of trying to. When I have landmine on the bottom of the ground, I try to control space with it. I'll sometimes use. You can press down B again to cast it early. I'll sometimes do that if I'm predicting he's gonna go a certain area. It doesn't always work, but it's not really too committal to go for. So I go for it. There I probably should have did up throw or back throw, but I was used to Villager, so I'm not doing the most optimal throws. You're gonna notice this, not Villager. This Joker is extremely campy. Like, he's not approaching me at all. I have to approach him a lot of the times, and if you're running into a lot of players like these, then this is a decent cause or reason to pick up Isabelle or Villager, because they eat this style up. Because they get countered by rushdown, but someone who doesn't want to play the game like this Joker, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. Like, I think I get a decent amount of extra credit off the stock just because he didn't approach me. Like, yeah, he didn't approach me or rush me down at all. Even here, like, I'm just backing off. Like, I didn't even need to play this aggressive. If I really wanted to, I could have just sat back and shot slingshot the whole game, but I was trying to get footage, so, you know, I fought him. But all I'm saying here is if you're fighting a lot of people who don't want to approach you, or just if you have like a general person who's annoying you because they don't fight you a lot, Villager or Isabelle is a solid pick against them, because they can get stuff going from a distance, or they just don't even need to approach you to start winning the game. I keep trying to do dash attack off the platform, but I messed it up like 4 times, so I just got fair instead. There I just hit confirmed with her slingshot. I summoned Lloyd Rocket, and this is what I'm talking about with the early kill potential and advantage state. If you can trap people and read them with her side B, it is really strong. But it's mainly only good in advantage state and kind of useless in neutral. It's high committal. It's high risk, high reward, but it's like it's really high risk, I would say. So it's not worth going for all the time. Here I'm using my Nair. I know it has good frame data, and I'm just slowing down a bit because I'm realizing this Joker doesn't want to approach. I'm just using this to my advantage. Meaning I can start planting more rockets and stuff, so I realize he's not approaching me, so I don't have to be as like safe and low committal. He literally is just happy to sit here and shoot gun at me, which is not the best play against. Take this as a lesson. If you are trying to beat Isabelle or Villager, don't play like this. This is a terrible way to play against them. They're zoners for a reason. Unless you are a zoner yourself, you probably should try to approach them. They struggle against rushdown, not getting camped out. They're at their best when you're at a distance from them. Oh, I got back at her. My bad. I get edge guarded here because Villager has a little bit more mix up on his recovery than she does, but sadly Isabelle doesn't have too much mix. She has a tether grab, but it's not like the range on it's kind of bad. So a lot of the times you'll try and tether grab the ledge, you just don't hit it. So I would say Isabelle probably has a slightly worse recovery than Villager. Maybe not worse, but it depends. If you get hit with Isabelle's recovery, it's harder to come back with mix-up. Villager's recovery, if you get hit up, it's easier to come back with mix-up because you can do more stuff with Lloyd Rocket if you're up. But if you're close to the ledge, you're not too far, then hers is better. But generally, you want your recovery to make it so if you're getting edge guarded, you can come back. Which hers is, I would say, slightly worse at doing that than Villager's. Here I just get the little tether grab. And you guys didn't see it, but this man like legitimately rage quitted at the end of this game because I think he just did not want to lose at all. Which it sucks because he still loses the GSP anyways. But yeah, all I have to say about Villager and Joker. Let me run to the living session, knock this out real quick. The tech portion of the video.